We're so glad you could join us again this week. How are you doing, Jan?
Well, I'm doing just fine. Sharon, what have we got here on our table?
Looks like another basket full of clues.
I think we can look in there and see.
Oh my. This little guy goes big and little.
We've got a can of shaving cream.
And we have a big bear
And a little bear.
and a little bear.
Wonder what Mother Goose and Martha are planning for us today. Why don't we go find out?
And little. And big. Oh, hello, friends at home. We were just making our bodies big and little, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. But first, I'd like Sister Martha to introduce our friends that are here with us today.
Oh, I'd be happy to, Sister. We have our dad, Randy.
Hi.
And his daughter, Callie. And Ashani. And Mark. Welcome, everyone. Sister, you're looking especially colorful today.
Oh, you noticed my new apron, huh?
I sure did.
Yes, it's very colorful. I like it a lot.
It looks very nice on you.
Thank you.
Sister, what nursery rhyme do you have for us today?
Well, I thought we would learn Little Jack Horner.
Ah,
And friends at home, there's some special movements that go along with this, so won't you join us? And what I'll do is I'll say it through once, and then I'll say it through a second time, line by line, and you can all repeat it after me. That be okay? Okay, are you ready at home, friends? Here we go. It goes like this. Little Jack Horner sat in a corner, eating his Christmas pie. He stuck in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I." Okay, ready to do it line by line? Here we go. Little Jack Horner
Little Jack Horner
sat in the corner,
sat in a corner,
eating his Christmas pie.
eating his Christmas pie.
He stuck in his thumb
He stuck in his thumb
and pulled out a plum
and pulled out a plum
and said, "What a good boy am I."
and said, "What a good boy am I."
Very good. Are we ready to do it all together then? Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Here we go.
Little Jack Horner sat in a corner,
Eating
his Christmas pie. He stuck in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I."
Oh, that's very good. And you know, speaking of in and out and big and small, Sister Martha has something special for us today. Want to get that out and show the children? Oh, look at that.
Look, isn't this beautiful? It's called a Hoberman transforming globe.
My feathers, sister, that's an awfully big word.
Well, yes, it is. How about if we just call it a globe? Would you like to play with the globe and make it big and small? All right. There you are, Mark. And when Mark is changing the size of the globe, let's make our bodies just like the globe.
Okay, is everybody ready? Oh, big!
And small. Nice job, Mark.
Oh, and Ashani's going to take a turn.
Big and small. How about you, Callie? Big and small.
Oh, and Daddy's going to do it too. Let's see. Oh, look how big Randy gets it. and small. That's fun. And I noticed besides big and small, we go out and we go in.
Yes, we do.
Yes, that's very interesting. Well, sister, I have another thought about in and out, and it has to do with puppets. And I just happen to have some in a basket here. Randy, would you help us pass them out, please?
You betcha. There you go.
Ooh, and there's one for me. Thank you,
Thank you,
Randy.
Randy.
You're welcome.
Okay, and what we're going to do here is, remember how I said the globe goes in and out, and it makes us big and little at the same time? Let's see if we can do it with our puppets. When we say get bigger and go out, you make them as big as you can, just like you did your bodies.
So big I can make the puppet.
That's good. All right, and what do you think you try and do when we say let's make them little? Can you scrunch them all up as tight as you can? Hold them up so we can see. Oh, yeah, that's good. Scrunch them up. Can you bend their heads down, too? Oh, yeah, look at they make them little. Cute. Very good. Now can we make them big again? Big. All right, we put our arms out. Good job, everybody. And now little one more time. Good. And big. Snack. All right.
You know, while all of you are having fun, I'm going to go over to the snack table because I have a snack that's big and little. Oh. You know, friends, when Randy said he would help with the snack, I didn't know he was going to bring all of this. What have we brought, Randy?
Well, I brought some carrots from the garden, and some corn, and some radishes, and the olives, some tomatoes, some celery, and some mushrooms.
Boy, that looks really good. You know, I've already prepared some in the kitchen. I thought it would be fun to take our vegetables and dip them in ranch dip. So I'll be right back. Kids were really anxious to taste all the vegetables, so let's get started. You can go ahead and taste them. It's kind of fun to find big and little vegetables at the store. Have any of you ever had one of the little corns? They come in the can, and they're really good on salad. And this one, straight from Randy's garden. Isn't it beautiful? Are you just about finished, Mark? Have you ever had ranch dip with your vegetables before? Sometimes? Mm-hmm.
I like carrots and orange.
Mm-hmm. What do you think of the mushroom, Mark? It's good? You know, this was the first time that Mark had tried mushrooms, and I think it's really neat that he was willing to do that. Sometimes we don't know what foods taste like until we give them a chance.
Can you give me more mushrooms, please?
More mushrooms for you? Sure. Anyone else like a little more mushroom? You? Okay. Excuse me, Mark, I'm going to reach right in front of you. And Randy, could you help me by bringing Kelly's plate a little closer? That's great. Thank you. So what was your favorite, Callie, on the plate?
The mushroom.
The mushroom. Okay. And how about you, Ashani?
The olives.
The olives. And how about you, Mark?
Good.
Good? What did you like best?
All of it.
All of it. Oh, we have a real vegetable fan here.
I'm already done.
You are done. Would you like some more? No? Okay. Oh, Randy, there was a lot of munching going on. I think we're all finished with our vegetables. Let's go ahead and take all the dishes to the kitchen so we'll be ready for our guest.
Friends at home, we've had some other guests stop by. We've got Pops, and guess who we brought with him? Cecil!
Hello.
Hi,
Cecil.
Hi, Pops.
Hi, everybody. I understand you've been talking about size today, big and small. Well, I have some magic beans. Now, these aren't the kind of beans that you eat.
Oh, I
But-
know. Like Jack and the Beanstalk, the kind that grow up into a big old huge tall beanstalk, and then you go up to the land of the giants.
Well, something like that, but these aren't quite the same either.
Oh, okay. What do
But they are expanding beans.
Ooh.
Would you guys like to take them?
What are they gonna do with them, Pops?
They're going to put them in the water over there.
Wow.
I think Pops has something else to show us.
I do. I have some shaving cream. Now, this shaving cream is about this size, but when you shake it up,
Wow. That stuff will fit in that little can? That's amazing. Does it ever stop?
oh, it will.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you just had like forever stuff in there.
But notice that the shaving cream is bigger than the can.
It certainly is.
Well, I've got to be going back to my workshop. Cecil, it was nice to see you. I think I'll leave the shaving cream. You guys might be able to use it in another craft. See you later, kids. Bye,
See you later,
Cecil.
Pops. Hey, are you going to be working on stuff in your workshop?
I sure am.
Maybe I'll come over later and watch you work.
All right.
I like these tools. They look pretty cool.
Very good. I'll see
All
you
right.
later.
See you later, Pops.
Bye-bye, Pops.
Oh my goodness, look what happened to these magic beans.
Wow, they've really grown, sister. Who had the green bean? You, and what did yours turn into, Callie?
A cow.
A cow. There you are.
And here's a yellow one. Now, which one of you had yellow? Mark? And what did yours turn into?
A bunny.
A bunny. Would you like to hold it? Shawnee, could you pass that to Mark, please? And there's one more, sister.
Well, I bet we know who this belongs to. But what kind of an animal do you have?
A dog.
A dog? It may be a dog. There we go. So, was that definitely something that started out very small and got very big?
Yeah.
It sure did, didn't it?
Well, let's go over to the craft table because I see that Pops has left us the shaving cream and we can do something with that. Boy, kids, I'm sure glad that Pops left us this shaving cream because I have a great idea. Have you at home ever finger painted with shaving cream? Randy, could you help me a little bit by squirting some shaving cream on each of the pieces of construction paper?
I'd love to.
Ooh,
Ah.
isn't that fun? Ooh. Now, friends at home, we have our smocks on because this is kind of a messy craft. If you don't have smocks at home, you can just get a big shirt, an old one, and put that on too. So, who's ready to stick their hands in the shaving cream? Go ahead. Oh, and you know, it smells really good.
Yeah. I'm a finger print. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get mixed up in the shaving cream.
Sure, go right ahead. That's why we have our smocks on. You can really get into it. Oops. Friends at home, if you have a table that you can wipe off with water, you can go ahead and use the shaving cream right on the top of your table, and it cleans it as well. Okay, let's show our friends at home what we have. If you can just kind of hold them up under your chin. Randy, maybe you can help us. Whoa. Well, I'm going to show you in a minute, because let's put them back on the table. Friends at home, we've washed our hands off, and ooh, they smell really good, don't they?
Yum.
Yeah.
Yum.
And now we're going to do something called a monoprint. We have all of our finger paint there, our shaving cream, and we're going to stick another piece of paper on top, and then we're going to sweep across it with our hands, and then when we lift it up, we'll have another print. It's called a monoprint. So let's see. Mark, would you like the red one? Okay. And I have a blue one. You want the purple one? You betcha. And Callie, there's one for you. Okay, and you're all sweeping your hands across it. Uh-huh. Ooh, there's a little squishing out there, isn't there? Okay, now here comes the fun part. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You're just going to take the one on top and peel it back.
Cool. What do it look like?
And there's your monoprint. Well, now that we've finished our craft, let's go ahead and remove our smocks.
I can do it all by myself.
Can
That's
you do
great.
it?
I'd love
Let's
to see you
see.
do it all by yourself.
I just put my hands inside it.
That's great.
You wanna be
Let me see this.
here?
Okay, super.
Well,
what
that
did-
shaving cream art was really good and fun, you guys. We're all out of shaving cream now. Do you want to go get some more shaving cream and do some more art?
Yeah.
All right, let's tell Martha bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Martha. And Mother Goose. Bye, Mother Goose.
I'm so glad
See
you
you
could come.
later.
You're welcome. See you next time.
Okay.
Have fun with your shaving cream.
Bye-bye.
Now that's what I call a messy craft that's really easy to clean up, because there's a little soap in there. Try it at home.
Galley-ump is on their way. Oh, what fun we'll have today. Are you ready to dance and play?
Well, friends at home, Pat has joined us, and she's brought some of her friends with her. So would you like to introduce your friends to our friends at home, please?
I would love to. We have Josephine, we have Jasmine, we have Anna, and we have Tess. We're going to do the Hokey Pokey for you. We'll invite friends at home to do this with us if you like. We ready? Okay. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Good. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your right hip in, you put your right hip out, you put your right hip in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left hip in, you put your left hip out, you put your left hip in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your right arm in, you put your right arm out, you put your right arm in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your left arm in, you put your left arm out, you put your left arm in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your head in, you put your head out, you put your head in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out, you put your whole self in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You do the hokey pokey, you do the hokey pokey, you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Nice job, kids. That was good. Hope you enjoyed that at home. And I've got to go now, but I'll see you guys again, and I had a good time with you today.
And thanks for bringing the children today, Pat.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Whew. That was a lot of work, sister.
Well, friends at home, earlier today, Miss Martha noticed that I have on a new apron. And you know what else happened? We didn't get a delivery man either with a story. But you know what? When I put on my apron today, look what was in there. A storybook. And it's called The Rainbow Zebra. And do you notice anything about this book? What do you notice? Go ahead.
It's same as your apron.
It matches my apron, that's right. So, shall we see what this story is about? All right, let's do just that. The Rainbow Zebra. Once in a jungle far away, a herd of zebras spent each day. They grazed on grasses in the sun. They pranced and played and had great fun. They all wore stripes of black and white, which to zebras seemed just right. Black and white's the way to be, they all agreed contentedly. They were quite happy with their lot, except for one. His stripes were not black and white, but a brighter hue, yellow, green, and red, and blue. This little zebra said with a sigh, I want to be like you. Oh, why can't I be black and white too, not yellow, red, and green, and blue? He tried to scrub his stripes away. He tried to cover them with clay. He tried to fade them in the sun. But nothing worked. No way. Not one. So finally, one dismal day, he waved farewell and went away. He told the herd, I must go and see if somewhere there's someone like me. He walked until he came by chance upon a place called Jungle Ranch. Here, he said, I hope maybe to find someone who looks like me. He met a leopard wearing lots of splendid orange polka dots. A silly green gazelle was there, and sleepy lion with red hair. He met all sorts of jungle creatures with bright, colored, and pleasant features. You're nice, he said, as nice as can be, but none of you are striped like me. And so he walked for hours and hours until he came to the land of flowers. Their smiling faces were green and blue and red and pink and yellow too. But none of you are striped like me, the zebra sighed unhappily. And now, quite tired, he lay his head upon the fragrant flower bed. He woke again to thunder and lightning and rain so heavy it was quite frightening. A dreadful storm had come to pass. It shook the trees, it shook the grass. And when at last the storm passed by, a rainbow arched across the sky. The zebra smiled with great delight at seeing such a wonderful sight. "A rainbow's beautiful," he said, "to see, and it is striped just like me." So from that day he took great pride in his own multicolored hide, and back to the herd he brought aglow the beauty of his own rainbow. Isn't that a nice story? I like that story, and I like the way it matches my apron. I hope that you friends at home enjoyed our story today too, and we look forward to seeing you again next time on Mother Goose and Friends.
Now we know what all the clues were about in our basket.
Yeah, we sure do. This is something I really liked, except ours is much smaller than the one they used.
Right, I think they had a big one, and I have seen some giant ones.
Oh,
that
they come
are
really big.
Huge.
But you know, I'm going to put this in the basket.
Good idea. And
We've got the little bear
yep,
and the big bear. One is taller and one is shorter. Stand your bear up.
Okay, here we
There
go. Big and little, tall and
This is,
short.
this is something you might do with a very young child to let them notice the spatial difference between the bears.
And you can look in the mirror with them if they're siblings and talk about which one's taller and which one's shorter.
Well, that's the end of our show today, so we hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.
So long until next time.
All my friends are here, you can come along too. It is time for fun and there's a lot to do. It's a zooby-dooby-dooby kind of day. We can hide and seek in the woods today. There's no time for work, it's a holiday. Leave your cares behind.